Microphone on, screen where it should be. All right, hello JMS students, Mr. Combe here. This is going to be a video talking about your color wheel notes, okay? If you missed the video presentation or the online class meet, this is for you, okay? So, you're going to log into Canvas, 5th grade online, go to modules, or home even, and when you scroll down, it should say, you should have a new tab here, a new module. It says color wheel notes. Clickety clickety. And then right here it says online notes. Now right here it says watch the video for more info. That's going to be right here. Okay, so let's click this, boom. And it should take you to original color wheel notes. Yes, interactive notes to be precise. So, just like it says here, go to file and go click on make a copy of this document. So click on file, click on make a copy. Copy of original color wheel interactive notes. Sure, or you can actually name it something smart like my color wheel. Oh, it's 2 words. Picky. WHEEL notes. Okay. So this is now my file. This one you cannot edit. It is mine. Mr. Combe is selfish and greedy, so you can't touch that. Haha. So we're going to close that, and this is what we're going to work with. Now, look how it says instructions around the page. Click the image below and press edit to place the colors in the correct circle. So this is how this goes. Click on this. We're going to arrange this in the correct order. Click edit. This brings up a Google drawing. So all you got to do is drag and slam these in the correct spots. So let's talk about primary colors. These are your 3 primary colors: red, yellow, blue. Okay, they're called primary colors. Oh, I almost gave you the definition. We're going to hold off on the definition. I give you these primary colors. Now we got to get these in the right spots. So let's start with our secondary colors. This should all be a review. So purple. What do colors make purple? Well, red and blue. When you combine red and blue in equal parts, they make purple. So purple is going to go somewhere in this area. Okay. Now we're going to put purple here. And this is why. Because when you mix red and purple in equal parts, you get purple. Or red and blue in equal parts, it gets purple. Now, when you add a little bit of blue to this, then you get blue-purple. So this blue-purple goes right here, this intermediate color. Now, this should be the new part, these intermediate colors. Okay, intermediate colors are colors that go in between your primaries and your secondaries. They're also called tertiaries, or the third ones, okay? So, if blue-purple goes between the purple and the blue, what goes here? The correct answer is red-purple. So, you're going to drag this and slam it into here. Now, thing to note about these, if you're writing these, this is called red-purple. It's not called purple-red, okay? You always call these intermediate colors by their primary name first, okay? Don't ask me why it is. That's just the rule, okay? So, we got this all lined up. Let's move over to this section. When you mix yellow and red together in equal parts, what secondary color do you get? Orange. So, we're going to drag and drop. Boom. Okay? Now, once you got your secondary in there, the rest kind of answers itself. What goes between orange and red? What intermediate color has both those colors in it? That is correct, red-orange. So click and drag and slam. And then what other one has yellow-orange? Boom, boom. Bippity-boppity-boo. Next up, we got these 3 down here. Yellow and blue mixed together in equal parts, make green. Bippity-bam, slam. Yellow and green mixed together make yellow-green. Bippity-bam, slam. Green and blue mixed together don't make green-blue. That's not a thing. They make blue-green. This don't look right. Let's edit this. I bet we can get a closer blue-green. Let's see. Here's blue. Here's green. Could be darker. Maybe that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Kind of a teal. So, this is your color wheel. You should be able to come up with this if the only thing I get you is red, yellow, and blue. Okay, those 3 primary colors. You should be able to fill in the rest on your own. Cool, cool? It's cool. If you need to pause this video, that's fine, okay? I'm going to keep trucking. Next up, primary colors. Well, this should be review. You got red. You got yellow. You got blue. Next up, you got secondary colors. Also, that should be review. You got red and yellow make orange. You got red and blue make purple. Some people call it violet. Whatever. I call it purple. I won't count it wrong if you put in violet, but... Okay, moving on. Then we're missing green. Yellow and blue make green. Now, for your intermediate colors, I always think of the primary colors first. So, red. Red is involved with the purple, so... And then there's also red, orange. Then we got yellow. Yellow is involved with making orange and green. So, and then we got what am I missing? Blues. So blue, green, and blue, purple. So we got where they go on the color wheel, and we got the actual categories they fall into. Primary colors, these three: red, yellow, blue. Secondary colors, orange, purple, green. Intermediate colors, red, purple, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And remember, you gotta list them by their primary colors first. Okay? If you want to get fancy, highlight it. Oh, let's make it red. Oh, let's make it bold. Oh, let's make this yellow. But instead of this, let's highlight it yellow. Oh, fun. Let's make this blue. It's bold and blue. There we go. You can do that to all that if you want. I'm going to move on. Definitions. Okay? Primary colors. Why do we call them primary colors? Why is Optimus Prime named Optimus Prime? Why is Sentinel Prime such a jerk? They cannot be made. So, cannot be made by mixing. Okay? Basically, if you need to start with red, blue, and yellow. No two colors mixed together can make red. You have to start with red, yellow, and blue. The only way to get red, yellow, and blue is to go out and find something that is red, yellow, and blue. So, like, if you're a Minecrafter, that lapis lazuli, whatever, rock, that's an actual thing. That's how they actually made blue pigment back in the day. Indigo is a type of blue. That's a type of root, dead tree in South America that when it decays, it makes this deep, rich blue. Iron oxide is a way to get red, okay, like rust. Yellow, you can use flower petals. I think sulfur is also a source of yellow in some areas, okay? So you have to start with those raw materials to get those raw three primary colors. They are primary because they cannot be made by mixing. That's our official definition. Moving on. Secondary colors. So, if primary colors can't be made by mixing, secondary colors can be made by mixing. And how do you make them? Well, secondary colors are made by mixing two primary colors. Okay, how do you get orange? Red and yellow. How do you get purple? Red and blue. How do you get green? Yellow and blue. Okay, therefore they are secondary colors. Okay, so if primary colors cannot be made by mixing, secondary colors can be made by mixing primary colors. What are intermediate colors? Well, intermediate colors are colors made... Come on, computer. Stop that. Stop that. There. So, made by mixing a primary and a secondary color. Oh, don't need that A. That's in proper English. So, made by mixing a primary, made by mixing primary and secondary colors. I don't need the A there either. No, wait, yes I do. A primary and a secondary. That's wrong. There. Yes, that's right. Made by mixing a primary and a secondary color. Okay? So, red and purple, make red purple. Orange and red, make red orange. Again, use their primary color name first. Okay? Tint. Tint is when you add white to a color. Okay? Let me hunt down my example. Yeah, boy. Okay, so scrolling down. So primary colors, they cannot be made by mixing. Secondary colors can be made by mixing two primary colors. Colors made by combining a primary and secondary color. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Tint is adding white to a color. So here's an example. We have a teal here, but the more white you add to it, the lighter it gets. That is a tint. Okay? You might have heard of the term tinting your windows. That is not a correct term. That is not a good way to define it, because tint is adding white to something. So really, it should be called shading your windows. Let's go back to our thing. So shade is adding black to a color. So shade is adding black to a color. Here's an example of the same teal. Okay, start with this nice light teal. The more black you add to it, the darker it gets. Okay, that is shade. Hue. This is a mind-blowing one. You ready? It's this color. Okay. The word hue and color are interchangeable. For example, this is a hue of teal. This is the color teal. Same thing. Okay. Complementary colors. So, complementary colors are a type of color scheme. Let's go over to this slide to show. They are colors on the opposite ends of each other on the color wheel. So let me type that in. Colors on opposite sides of the color wheel. Okay? So, for example, a pair of complementary colors would be purple and yellow. Okay, they are across from each other on the color wheel. They look good. Another complementary pair would be orange and blue, red and green. Okay, these are color schemes. Another thing, if you continue to scroll all the way to the bottom, this is just for fun. Some students don't know they're colorblind. Okay, color blindness is a very common thing. A lot of people have some level of color blindness. Okay, it's more common in boys than it is girls. It is so common, in fact, that now a lot of video games have color blindness modes. If you go into the graphics options, you can turn on color blindness options. So what this is a color blindness test. Okay, some students right now, you could be colorblind and you just don't know it. Okay, we found a few throughout the years, so check it out. It's always kind of interesting to see. So this one's called the Ishihara Test. Okay, it shows you a bunch of dots. So let's click on this. Yep, start test. And right here it's asking you for numbers. So you just type in what number you see. I'm just going to burn through these really quick. Now here it's asking for more numbers, so just type that in. Number. Now it's asking for is how many lines do you see? So there's a couple different things, but since I burned through that and half of those were incorrect, or most of them, it thinks I'm really colorblind. I'm not, but it's something you could check out. So there's some other tests on here. Check it out. Have some fun with it. See if you learn anything about yourself. This isn't for a grade. This is just for notes. But I do expect you to be able to create a color wheel from memory, to know your primary, secondary, and intermediate colors, and to know the definition of all these. Okay? So once you're done with that, you're good. Good luck. Have fun. Email me if you got a question.